All right, let's do this. Test. 1, 2, 1, 2. How we looking?
Good.
Hello and welcome to the workshop. Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate you very, very much. If you are new to the channel and you enjoy sneakers, consider subscribing because we upload a lot of sneaker videos. Buckets, please define a lot for the people.
Almost every single day.
Almost every single day. You can also find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Mr. Foamer Simpson. Same name across the boards. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up button. Really does go a long way. Helps the channel continue to grow. Lets us know what type of content, what type of sneakers you want to see, etc., etc. Think that's a win-win. Last thing I want to mention before we dive in, uncivilizedstore.com. Buckets, who is behind the camera, and myself, we have a clothing brand. Uncivilizedstore.com is where we sell said clothing. We will throw a link in the description of this video for your convenience. All the formalities out of the way, Buckets. How you feeling? You got blonde hair. People can't see it right now. Maybe at some point we'll do a reveal.
Yeah, potentially.
An unveiling.
Yeah.
Very Place Beyond the Pines-ish.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I feel good.
How do you feel as a blonde? First day in this world as a blonde.
Yeah, I feel kind of the same.
Okay. All right. Unenthused. As always, we're diving in right now. 3, 2, 1, bang, bang. This is the Action Bronson New Balance 1906R Medusa Azul. These released a few weeks ago and retail was $185. Now, I was actually able to hit on these for retail. Bronson had the link in his Instagram. I entered that EQL raffle, and shockingly, I was able to score a pair. I normally always strike out. In fact, I don't think I've ever hit on an EQ raffle before, but I was happy that this was my first. This was a sneaker I really, really wanted to get my hands on, and I gotta tell you, right out of the box, they do not disappoint. I love this sneaker. I love this colorway. I've been a fan of New Balance for a while now, and it's kind of nice to see this resurgence recently. Buckets, you'd say there's been a resurgence.
For sure.
I think Joe Freshgoods has been a huge part of that. The stuff that he's done with New Balance. I mean, pick the collaboration. This one, that one, this one, that one. They are almost all absolute fire. And I think Bronson is creating some really nice momentum and energy as well for the brand. I've been a New Balance fan for a while, like I said, but I've also been a Bronson fan for a long time. So this is a pair that I kind of had to get my hands on, especially because I keep missing out on his collabs. I tried to get the 990s, the navy pair, missed on those. The baklava pair, I had to pay an arm and a leg to get those. The more recent pairs, I missed out on the Scorpius, I missed out on the Rosewater. I was down very bad. I was down bad, so I had to get these. I'm not sure where I would rank them amongst his other New Balance collabs, but I will say I love them a lot. I've got to let it Buckets. I've got to let it marinate a little bit before I can decide.
Okay.
But I do know I love them. The blue jellyfish, dangerous and deceptive is how Bronson described it. I just love the colorway. You've got purple, you got blue, black, wheat, or this golden brown color, gray, some different shades mixed throughout, and somehow it just works really, really well. You've got this New Balance logo on the side, very uniquely done. This light purple trim, as you can see, and you'll notice all of this is 3M as well. There's a ton of 3M on the sneaker, which is always a nice touch. One of my favorite details personally is this gold or wheat mesh on the side here. Kind of reminds me of like a Timberland boot or something. Just a really nice touch, especially because the laces he used are almost like that Timberland boot lace too. Not the first time he's done this, by the way. He did it on the 990s as well. As you can see, there is a darker purple with some black as well. The tongue is incredible in my opinion. You've got different shades of gray, but you see how it's like layered and ventilated almost. It's almost like an air conditioning filter, Buckets. I know that's not the most aesthetic way to describe something, but do you feel me?
Yeah, I think it might be.
It's like a flower blooming in the wind.
Yeah, I think it might be called gusseted.
Gusseted.
I gotta check.
Gusseted sounds right. Gusseted. Put that on the screen. Bang. Gusseted. I was looking for the word. I didn't have it. Hey, appreciate you. Thank you very much.
That might not be the word.
I think it is. Guild.
It's something like that.
It's dope. I love it. You've obviously got this Baklava New Balance 1906 tongue tag. There's a little black suede hit down here towards the front with some more New Balance branding as well. This light blue mesh on most of the rest of the upper, and it's got the wider holes as you can see. Not quite as durable as the more tightly woven mesh, but it does look really good. Kind of a retro vibe when it comes to that type of mesh. And speaking of durability, you've got a more rugged black mudguard on the front of the sneaker. The black plastic heel tab on the back with the black mesh underneath that. You see more 3M back here on the heel with some New Balance branding as well. 1906R in bright blue over on the side, black ankle liner, black insole with that Baklava New Balance in this sort of electric or neon green, bright blue midsole. I absolutely love that. It pops so nicely. You've got this purple as well and a little bit of black and gray, and the outsole is different shades of blue. Obviously the gum, as you can see. If you know me, you know I am a huge fan of gum bottoms on a sneaker, and I think it just works perfectly with this colorway, especially with how that same color is tied in or incorporated on the upper. You know, it's not easy to use a bunch of different colors and panels on a sneaker and somehow make it cohesive, somehow make it flow. There is a fine line, Buckets, between very dope and just kind of busy and chaotic in like a clashy, not cool kind of way. Bronson firmly on the very, very dope side of that line, in my opinion. What do you think?
I agree.
You feel me?
I do.
I should also mention the packaging, the box, super, super dope. I know normally probably talk about that before you talk about the sneaker, but I almost forgot. And the bag that these come with, super, super dope. I love it. I love the branding. I love the Baklava font. I love this line right here, specializing in life. Buckets. Come on, man.
It's very good.
Bronson has it figured out. This sneaker is absolutely incredible. A 10 out of 10 for me. I think they are that good. I can't wait to start wearing them. By the way, for those of you not familiar, these do run a little bit more narrow than some of the other New Balance models out there. Just a heads up, I know a lot of people wonder about fit sometimes. I would say these are true to size, but more narrow than you might be used to, depending on what New Balance models you typically rock. So, boom, throwing that in there too. 10 out of 10. These are gonna be, look, I don't care how you slice it, these are gonna be in the discussion for Sneaker of the Year. Bronson is 100% gonna have a sneaker on that list. I think it just comes down to which sneaker, which colorway, etc., etc. I didn't get the Rose Waters, really like those too. I know those are more limited, at least I think they're more limited. The Scorpius pair, really dope. I think for me, personally, this year, it's between these and the Scorpius. So one of those is probably gonna be on my top 10 list at the end of the year. Buckets, scale of 1 to 10, how you feeling?
It's a 10.
10 out of 10.
Perfect sneaker.
Damn, perfect sneaker from Buckets. You don't hand those out very often. Bronsolino, if you're tuning in right now, slow clap.
Slow clap.
Slow clap, because Buckets does not give out 10s very easily. So you're loving these.
I think they're very good. I think it's a perfect sneaker.
Just to put stuff into perspective, the Manir Jordan 3 that we just reviewed a little bit early.
Yep.
Right? Some of you have seen that video. If you haven't, go check it out. But you gave those, I think that's going to be in the running for Sneaker of the Year, and you gave them an 8.5 out of 10.
I think that's a good score. I don't think it's a perfect sneaker.
Typically, I'd say things are in the 5, 6 range for you.
I mean, sometimes. Depends on the sneaker, I suppose.
All right. Leave it to Buckets to almost downplay even the 10. I'm trying to
No, I said it's a perfect sneaker.
I'm trying to throw some context out there to let people know how much that opinion means coming from you. I know you said it's a perfect sneaker. I'm trying to then add context kind of around that phrasing
Okay.
to let people out here know.
We call
Right.
that depth. You're trying to give them a side
Trying
view.
to give a little depth.
Okay.
And you just chopping me down every
No,
time.
I'm not chopping you down. It's
Like what are those things? It's like what the Grim Reaper has. What is that called?
a scythe.
A scythe. I'm trying to just like lay the groundwork and you just scything me down like as I go.
Okay.
It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. 10 from me, 10 from you. Leave a comment below. Let us know, how do you feel about these? How do you feel about New Balance? How do you feel about this collaboration? How do you feel about the other Bronson collaborations? What New Balance sneaker would you like to see him do next? However you're feeling, leave a comment below and let us know. Always love to hear from you. Thank you for watching. You are very, very appreciated. We will be back tomorrow, mañana. Same time, same place, right here at the workshop with a brand new sneaker for your head top. I got nothing else. Buckets, anything.
No.
Adios.